Hi, I'm Kathy, and I love to make cards. I want to talk to you today about Paper Pumpkin. Paper Pumpkin is a monthly subscription from Stampin' Up. The Paper Pumpkin box arrives just like this. This is the first kit that I've received, and I was lucky enough to join in March, so I received the April Paper Pumpkin kit that contained 2 stamp sets. This month's kit, the April kit, came with this lovely wreath that you can make. It's a white styrofoam circle, and Paper Pumpkin gives you all of the accessories that you need to make this wreath. So I've already made my wreath. I just want to share it with you. And then this little sprig came, and you add the flowers to it. And then it has a little chalkboard sign that goes here, just like this. And you can attach that with the ribbon that comes in the kit. Everything you need comes in the kit. The little chalkboard saying is stamped on there with very vanilla ink, and they give you an ink spot in the box. They also give you the little glue dots to attach this to the clipboard, because the little bulletin board or chalkboard comes blank like that, and then you can put the little black chalkboard on there. It's a paper, but it looks like chalkboard. And the little stickers or ink spots to go on to make it stick on there. What I wanted to talk to you about is that the Paper Pumpkin box comes with much more than is needed to do the one project that they have featured. So I received all of this, and this is all I used for the project. So now I still have an ink spot left that I can use. I also have the leftover leaves that went on the wreath. I have these left over, plus 3 full sheets of leaves that I can use on alternate projects. Also, the little flowers that came with the kit, I had to punch these out, and these little flowers are in there that were folded in half, or folded in half twice, to make the little leaves that you see here, the little buds that you see. I still have 3 pages. That will give me 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little flowers left. And then the chalkboard labels, I can use these 1, 2, 3 in the middle there, 1, 2, 3, to put additional sayings on my little bulletin board, or my little blackboard. I could also put one on the back, and I could change the sayings out. I can use this stencil as a stencil, rather, that the wreath came in, to make additional projects. So you really get your money's worth. And the quality of it, you really can't see how good the quality is on camera, but the feel of this is so silky soft. I don't know what kind of paper this is, but it's beautiful. It glimmers. It has a little glimmery shine to it. It's so sturdy, and it went on so easy, and it comes with its own adhesive on the back. So I just had to wrap it around the wreath. The ribbon that I need comes in the project, the glue dots, the ink spot, and of course the stamps. So they don't just give you the one that says Happy Spring. I have a Happy Mother's Day to the loveliest person that I know, and then this cute little flower. So that is all a part of the Paper Pumpkin kit for the month of April, except that there was a bonus in this month's kit. And the bonus was a stamp set called All about everything. And you have this beautiful cursive stamp that says everything. And then all of these other sayings that go with it, like celebrate everything, happy birthday, and then it has what I like about you, everything. And then these beautiful flowers. It's a two-step flower stamp, the leaf, the stem, the center that looks like little brush strokes, a stamp that you can use as a background stamp, and these little tiny dots that make like little buds. You can see it better on this sample card that they have on the kit, the little buds, and then the flowers. There's also a leaf, this leaf design. And on the example, they use the leaf like this and the stem like this. I would like to show you an alternate card that I made with the extra stamp set that we have. Ta-da! Isn't that pretty? Well, I shouldn't blow my own horn, but I really like it. It's beautiful. And of course, I had to use a few of my extra products, so I will explain that to you as well. But the base of every card, of course, is the stamp set that comes with it. So I used this stamp set and the saying from the Paper Pumpkin kit, the Happy Mother's Day, to make this card. I love a fancy fold card, so I used this particular fold. It's called a easel card, and it stands up like that. So, but it folds just like that to put in an envelope, and then when your receiver gets it and they open it up, they can open it up like this, and then they can display it like that. So let's get started. I'll show you what I used to make this card. I am a member of Stampin' Up, and I have purchased in the past the Botanical Builders Stamp Kit. Or, I'm sorry, it's called Framelits or something similar to that. Let me look it up so I don't sound so confused. The Botanical Builders Framelits dies. And you can order that from Stampin' Up. So out of that kit, you get all these stamps, and you can make beautiful cards with this. I used this particular die, and that's what you see here. The papers that I used are ones that come from Stampin' Up, and they come in a kit. This little kit is $7. You get 4 each of 5 different colors. The one that's missing here is the Hello Honey. It was such a yellow is my favorite color, and it was such a beautiful color of yellow. I've used it all up on cards. So the 5 times 4 is 20, so you get 20 pieces of paper for $20. I'm sorry, for $7. So I'm going to talk about those. I ordered it in a bundle kit that the paper and the stamp pads come with it. So I have the 5 stamp pads. This is only 4 of them right here because this is the 4 that we're going to use. There was another one in it called, I'll show it to you because I have it here, Tangelo Twist. But we're not using the Tangelo Twist today. We're going to use the Mossy Meadow. That's what I used on the card for the leaves. Hello Honey for the center of the flowers. And then I used the Lost Lagoon for the color of the flower. And then Blackberry Bliss for my saying. My little greeting. Now, the paper that we're using came from the kit, Blackberry Bliss paper for the card base. And then for the trim, or the mat, I used Lost Lagoon. And if you notice, all of these colors coordinate. For this mat that the actual card is sitting on, I used a designer series paper pack called Flowering Fields. And it comes with double-sided paper. I used this side of the paper. It's a 12 by 12. Well, you can't see it that good because I have the cellophane still on it. But it has lovely selections, 2 of each in the pack. And it has so many uses. I picked this out because it coordinates with these colors. And I have another designer series pack. We're not using that today, but this one is the Botanical Gardens designer series paper. And this paper also coordinates with the same ink pads. The Lost Lagoon, the Hello Honey, the Mossy Meadow, and the Tangelo Twist. So when you buy something from Stampin' Up, you have so many uses for it. And all of the colors coordinate so nicely. So this card that I made, I'm just going to give you the measurements. Of how I cut my cardstock. So we started with the cardstock. I have a little mask in there. Okay, we started with the cardstock here, Blackberry Bliss. I love a creative fold card. And this card can be used just like this. You could also put paper on it like this with stamping or any kind of decorative embellishment and just open it this way. I like that. Or the way that I've used it here. So the Blackberry cardstock is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and then is scored in the center here at 4 1/4, and then again at 2 1/16. So you fold it like that. Okay. Then the mat that's on it, just for matching, is Lost Lagoon, and the Lost Lagoon is cut at 5 1/4 by 4 1/8. And of course that went on here halfway on like this. So when it folds, it equals the regular size card. And then I put a mat on top of that out of my designer series paper, and you can see how nicely the colors match. The Lost Lagoon, the Blackberry Bliss, and then the Hello Honey, and this is the Tangelo Twist. We're not using that today, but you could use a Tangelo Twist. Then for my stamping, I have a piece of Whisper White, and the Whisper White is 4 7/16 by 3 1/16, and it goes on like this after, of course, after you've stamped it. And then for the inside of the card, to lay down this little mat here, you need a piece of the Lost Lagoon that is 2 by 5, and you will put it right here. And I pop it up. You can pop it up on dimension tape, and I just used a long piece of this dimension tape to pop this up on, so that it has a little ledge. Of course, if it was flat like that, it really wouldn't sit well. And then I put the designer series paper, so we have another piece of the designer series paper right on top here. And that piece of paper measures 4 by 1 3/4. So that would sit right here. And I put it down like that. And then I used my framelit that I showed you to cut this. This is the framelit. I put it on a piece of cardstock. I made sure that my corners matched up just like this. Okay, just like that. I put it through my Big Shot machine. It's my Big Shot machine way back there. I put it through the Big Shot. And when I took it out, of course, it was this long, but that's too long for the card, so I just clipped it off right there. And that's where the measurement of 4.5 inches long comes in. And I place it right at the edge like that. Now, on this one, you can see it has some color. So I used my Lost Lagoon ink and a little dabbler. I think it's called a dabbler, to sponge over here to add a little color to this so that it wasn't so stark white, even though there is some stark white in this card. But I just colored over it because I like that effect. And then I went around the edges with the dabbler as well. So this is just an example to show you how nice the paper pumpkin kit is and how much you can do with it. If you're interested in techniques, I can show you how to put this card together. I can show you some techniques. What I wanted to say was, one other thing that I wanted to say was that out of a piece of cardstock that measures I like the ones that come 8.5 by 11. You cut it in half this way, like that, and you can always get 2 cards. So that's why I have this additional one here, that I can make another card that'll say Happy Mother's Day or Happy Spring from my or to the loveliest person I know from my paper pumpkin stamp set. Thank you so much for watching.